The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Morning Market Kickoff with your host, Tommy O'Brien. Now, Tommy O'Brien.
Yeah,
Music.
that's TFNN.
Music.
Ready? Who's that? Good morning, everybody. I'm Tommy O'Brien. This is Tommy O'Brien. We're coming to you live from TFNN just after 9 a.m. Eastern Time. We got markets accelerating lower. We got the S&Ps right now down 46 points, trading at 39.86. Daddy Show. You tell him.
Daddy Show.
Daddy Show. Ready? Who's that? Is that you? He's looking at himself now. Is that you, Tommy O'Brien? I think it might be. Oh, I don't have your camera. Apologies, Al. I'll get that camera over. Apologies. Getting set up a little bit early. Get you my screen over there. There's my screen. We should have it. Tommy O'Brien, who's that? Is that you on Daddy's Show?
Daddy Show.
Dad- And who do you have? Mater.
He crashed.
Did he crash? So he'll be 2 years old a week from tomorrow, folks. You gotta love life. He's ready. He's fully Mickey here, and we do own Disney, okay? But boy, we're out here. We got Mater from Cars. Is he from Cars? You looking at yourself? I know. Oh, what's he doing? Do you see yourself on the camera in Daddy's Show? I know you're on the show. He's a big YouTube fan. Music. I know. We'll play music in a little bit. We'll see if we get through the hour, folks. We got the producer ready with some commercials if we need it. I know. Huh? He's a dancing man. Look at me, so happy. Huh? You're just a happy little... Music. We'll play music later. We got some toys for you if you want. Yeah, we got some toys. We'll see if we break through. Let's tell them what the market's doing. Tommy, you see all the red? Is that red? Is there red on the board? Red. Yeah, right across the board. Tell them. S&Ps, folks, off 44 points right now, 39.89. NASDAQ 100. We're off 192. You got Microsoft accelerating lower on their numbers. We'll jump into that. A little bit of a head fake last night. They come out with their numbers. They trade higher. Oh, no.
He crashed.
Did he crash? You going to help him? You going to pick him up? Pick him up. Oh, all better. Do you help him? You help Mater? So he's got his Mater, which is a character from the movie Cars from Disney's. A drink? You want a drink? There we go. We got to have some drinks and snacks ready. You want some apple juice? Go ahead. He's a big apple juice fan.
Pop.
What do you want?
Pop. Pop. Pop.
Pop? I'm not sure. Which one? Do you want some poo? Do you want some wheels? Do you want some wheels?
Okay.
You want some wheels? We're going to get him some wheels, folks. It's going to be an interesting hour. We're going to have a few segues if we make it. And we'll see if we do. Wheels! I know! We got to find out who make Gerber. Who makes these? Who's the conglomerate? Is it Procter & Gamble? Who owns Gerber? Maybe somebody in the den can help me out. Somebody's got to own it. Some big company. And please, we like these teething wheels. They have a lot of iron in them. And yeah, so please send us some free because he loves them. And there's your mention for Gerber, their little teething wheels. Children's, if you want to make a lot of money, folks, figure out something to sell for kids. I know, and how about it, man? 2 years. How about that? You remember that a couple of years ago, folks? Remember that when you were getting born a couple of years ago, Tommy? Just like that, buddy. All right, it's going to be a fun hour, folks. And why not? Get your kids in the market. You know, teach them. I was teaching Landon, his brother, who's going to be 6 in April, teaching him buy low, sell high. Buy low, sell high. Buy low. Sell high. That's it. You got it, buddy. It's amazing, folks. Speaking of amazing, the Dow right now off about 0.8%. Back to the market. How about Bitcoin, man? Above 23,000 earlier in the week. We're sitting pretty healthy. 22,620. We got crude falling back a bit. $80.31 right now for the price of crude. Gold contract chopping around a bit. We're at $19.26 right now in the price of gold. You're down $9. We jumped to notes and bonds. So we're seeing some lower yields. Oh, what's Mater doing? Oh. What's that, Tommy? Is that the 10-year? Is that the 10-year? That's a chart of the 10-year. Tell him.
10-year.
10-year. That's right. on the Thinkorswim platform?
Four.
That's right. You got it, buddy. He's talking so well, folks. Maybe we'll get him counting. You want to count? You want to count for everybody? 1.
Count.
Count. 2.
3, 4, 5, 6.
7. You're getting shy. He goes all the way to 20. It's going to be a combination, folks, of markets and toddler entertainment. We're going to merge the two. It's the best of both worlds. Tell him.
Oh no, he crashed.
Did he crash?
Something.
I mean, kids, if anything, folks, talk about, bringing you back to like life and creativity and your mind and how it works and everything is happiness.
Oh no.
He loves they crash. He picks them up. Did they crash? All right, let's jump into Microsoft as we come into 3 minutes away from the first break at 9:15. Microsoft shares. There's the head fake for you, man. Nothing to do with the NYSE at the close as of yesterday at the beginning of the markets. Different story. But, man, Microsoft. So they come out with strong numbers. But on the conference call, they're expecting declining growth in the cloud sector. And let's see. I have the article pulled up. Global cloud. Oh, no, that's the other one. Yeah, we got 2 stories. That's another one. How about that, right? Tough earnings, and then they got a cloud out. Whoa, a cloud outage on top of it. The forecast suggests gloomy tech environment will continue. What do you want some more wheels? Okay. Oh, are those delicious? Oh, there you go.
Oh, he crashed.
Oh, Mater. They see Azure growth slowing down in the next quarters as customers try to save money on their existing applications running in the cloud. Their finance leader said a slowdown in the new business that occurred in December will continue across Microsoft's commercial business. So this was coming out, I believe it was the CFO. Were they talking? Yeah. Amy Hood, Microsoft's chief financial officer. In our commercial business, we expect trends that we saw at the end of December to continue into the quarter. Less growth than expected in Microsoft 365 productivity software subscriptions. And Azure was part of that as well. Yeah, Azure growth would slow down more. In full December quarter, revenue from Azure and other cloud rose 42%, but in December, growth was in the mid-30s, okay? And she forecast a further slowdown of 4 to 5 percentage points in the current quarter. So check that out, right? This is what sent this stock cascading, man, and probably what's freaking out the market a little bit right now. Azure growth rose 42% in constant currencies in the December quarter. But in December alone, it was mid-35s, and from there, they're talking about down probably to 30%, 42 to 30 in a quarter. And guess what, folks? Everybody's talking about the lag, right? Where's the lag? What do you think, Tommy? Is inflation lagging?
Is it lagging?
Is it lagging?
Dragon.
Dragon. Oh, dragons. You love dragons, I know, huh? Dragons are the best. So there's your volatility, folks. Microsoft up to 254, and it's not stopping right now. With the NASDAQ 100 now off about 1.7% on their numbers. We jump around to dragons. Oh, are they fire-breathing dragons? Fire-breathing dragons? Who's that? Are you on the show? Are you on Daddy's show? You're on the show. You say hi to everybody? That's the camera right there. They can see you. Oh, you really? They watching you? Stay tuned, folks. We're going to be coming back. We're going to be talking to our man Kevin Hincks from TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim. We'll be right back after the break. If you're looking for potential trading setups in the stock market, then Rocket Equities and Options Report is a newsletter you should try. Tommy O'Brien delivers options and equity trades when the markets present them using a combination of fundamentals and technicals. Sign up for Rocket Equities and Options Report today with a 30-day money-back guarantee so you have nothing to risk. For all the details and to start your subscription today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
Everything in the universe is governed by the Fibonacci sequence. This mathematical principle is responsible for everything from the most aesthetically pleasing artwork to patterns in the stock market. To stay on top of stock patterns you can take advantage of, sign up for the Fibonacci 24/7 newsletter at TFNN.com. When you subscribe, you'll get a weekly report from veteran day trader Larry Pesavento on stocks you need to pay attention to. And you can trust Larry's analysis. After all, he's got 45 years years' experience as a day trader. Larry will also provide daily charts, videos, and data on the key markets that he's tracking. Expect notifications from Larry on market movement you need to act on at any time. First-time subscribers also get a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you're not satisfied, let us know and you'll get a full refund within 30 days of signing up. Subscribe to the Fibonacci 24/7 newsletter today. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Steve Rhodes started his trading career as a student almost 20 years ago, and the student has now become the master. Steve won the prestigious Timer of the Year award in 2018 and barely missed that mark again in 2019, finishing at number 2 for the year. An amazing accomplishment. Steve Rhodes is committed to sharing his techniques and knowledge with anyone who wants to learn, and he shares his vast amount of trading knowledge every day in his Mastering Probability newsletter. Steve's award-winning newsletter, Mastering Probability, is delivered every trading day with updates throughout the afternoon. Sign up for Steve's market newsletter, Mastering Probability, and you'll receive access to 7 of Steve's educational webinars absolutely free. At TFNN, all our newsletters come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Visit TFNN.com and try Mastering Probability 30 days risk-free today. TFNN, educating investors.
TFNN has launched the Tiger's Den. Hosted at Discord, TFNN has been educating traders for more than 20 years with live programming hosted by a variety of professional traders during market hours. The Tiger's Den, available to all tigers and tigresses for just $1 for the year. There's no catch or added costs when you join our community of traders. Sign up today and become a part of this educational community of traders. Just visit the front page of TFNN.com.
Say hi to the tiger. That's right. Welcome back, folks. We got the S&Ps down 44 points. We got the NASDAQ 100 off 196. The Dow off 290 right now, folks. Let's jump over to our man, Kevin Hincks. Every trading day, folks, 12 noon Eastern time. Fast market on the TD Ameritrade Network right here on Tiger TV with Kevin Hincks, Tom White. Kevin, I got my son sitting next to me this morning. I know sometimes you can't see the live shot, so he's tuned in. He's watching, man. He's almost 2 years old. So tell us, what do we make of a market down 45 points after those Microsoft earnings? Kevin, good morning, man.
Good morning, Tommy, and welcome to the newest O'Brien listener to our show. Tommy, this is a market that... That's awesome.
Go for it, Kevin.
Yeah. So, Tommy, Microsoft was 2 stories, right? It was the relief rally that came right after the earnings were released. And then there was some time where this stock was over $252 trading. And then the earnings call came and the guidance came. And so that took the stock lower overnight into morning because he basically gave a gloomy outlook for the U.S. economy. And, Tommy, even though Azure Cloud grew 31%, a little better than expected, it's still decelerating. And, therefore, that you can connect the dots from Microsoft Azure to Amazon AWS to Google Cloud to Oracle, all the other things that are connected to the cloud. The higher dollar, though down off its highs, still a problem for Microsoft. Here's the numbers. Personal computing revenue, down 12%. Xbox content and services revenue, down 12%. Windows revenue, down 39%. So much of their business was pulled forward during the pandemic that they're suffering their pandemic hangover right now, Tommy.
I jumped through some of the other equities that were trading lower. We go forward through the week. We have other companies coming out with their numbers. What are you guys talking about at 12 o'clock today, Kevin?
Yeah, we move on today as the market does, Tommy. Today's show will be about Lam Research coming out with earnings, Tesla coming out with earnings, and then Las Vegas Sands, a proxy in many ways for China, Tommy, to come out today. So 3 good names, obviously focusing on Tesla. Like Folio will do their presentation on Tesla. So a big show today.
So why don't, since Tesla's always in the news, Kevin, give us a little teaser on Tesla, man, because as somebody, you know, I got a 2-year-old, almost, he'll be 2 a week from tomorrow, Kevin. Time flies, man.
Daddy.
Tommy, you talking to Kevin? That's our man, Kevin Hincks. I know. Yeah. Did you say hello? Did you say hi? You looking? Yeah? You looking? You see yourself? I know. What do you think about Tesla, Kevin? Sitting at 143, you're down to 100. Short term and maybe a little bit of longer term, because somebody with a kid, right? You say, okay, Tesla, we're back at 143, but boy, you still hear the multiples on a company like Tesla. You hear, you know, compared to a car company valuation, still vastly overvalued. What do you think of Tesla right now?
I think Tesla is a very polarizing company, Tommy. You have people that love it, and you have people that absolutely hate it. And for the people that hate Tesla, I would tell them, look at the pipeline. Look at what Tesla has still coming other than electric cars. Even though they're expanding their total electric cars, they've got auto taxis coming out. They've got robots coming out. This company is still on, and sometimes when you're a young company, Tesla seems old, but they're still actually very young, Tommy. There'll be some growing pains, but, you know, China reopening will really help Tesla. Getting these places in Germany and Austin, Texas going. I think Elon Musk will come out and give a really positive view of Tesla going forward. I think this is going to be a fun story to talk about all day today.
I think I might have lost the end of that. But, yeah, it's not going to stop right on the Tesla train in terms of remarkable 143. Well, Kevin, I appreciate the time on a busy morning as always, man. Tommy, say goodbye to our man, Kevin. Do you say bye? You say bye? Bye.
Have a great day, Tommy. Thanks for having me on. To both O'Briens listening today.
We love it, man. I can't wait for you to meet him someday. Say bye to Kevin. Okay, Kevin, take care, man. Folks, tune in every trading day. You heard it. They'll be talking about another 3 good equities. And, folks, if you haven't checked out Fast Market, tell them. Fast Market, Tommy. Fast Market. You eating all that? I know you got quite a mouthful, huh? Chew. Chew. Thank you. This is the time to check out their program, folks, Fast Market. They break down the equities. Tell them this is the time, Tommy, because they walk you through options, and they have earnings season, and they walk you through 3 hypothetical trade setups. And, folks, I know they're a sponsor. I know I'm biased, but I tell my friends in the same way. I've learned so much from watching that program. Our man Kevin, co-host Tom White, and the whole team. And the whole team, huh? Do you want to get out? How are we going to do? What are we going to do? I got a couple tricks in the bag for one.
Mickey.
I got a couple tricks in the bag, huh? You want to show them what Mickey does? This is not a Disney promotion, folks, but it just so happens that we are a Disney household. And Mickey, you want to show them what Mickey does? Is he going to dance? Ready?
Hiya, pal. It's time to do the hot dog dance.
Oh! Dog. Yeah! This isn't what you were expecting when you tuned in this morning, folks, but I bet you're happy you did. Because we're going to go over some of the market stories. We're going to do it with Disney. We're going to do it with the Dancing Mickey, okay? Oh! He's dancing. Yay! Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll give Mickey a little break. All right? You got to love it, folks. Now, here's what in your own... I know, he's taking a little break. He's still talking to us, Tom. What's he saying? He wants to dance again.
More.
More? You think he should keep dancing? Yeah? What do you think? You see yourself on the camera? Do you know that? You just looking? You looking around at the studio? I mean, you got to love it being, you know, a child. Screens are everything, of course, because they're humans. And as humans, screens are everything. Ooh, bless you. We keep screen time to an absolute minimum, but he gets a little screen time. I've talked about it before.
A seal.
Oh, your seal. You got your little seal. There it is. Yeah.
What he had.
Oh.
What he had.
Is that a seal? Yeah. Folks, we're going to finish it up. Don't forget, we're talking to our man Teddy Kegstad at 40 past the hour. He's going to join the conversation. So we got one more segment. We'll come back for the open. We'll talk about some of the equities that are moving. We're going to talk to our man Teddy Kegstad at 40 past the hour. We'll have a nice 3-way conversation. Tommy, and Teddy coming up at 40 past. Going to be an interesting open, folks. Markets basically coming in near lows. S&P's off 45, NASDAQ 100 off 205. Stay tuned, folks. We're coming back to the open.
Building wealth trading in the stock market seems impossible to most people. They think it's too volatile and risky. Most people aren't going to take the time to educate themselves on how to do it right. But you're not most people, are you? At TFNN, you'll get the guidance you need to refine your strategies and techniques to invest like a pro. Because you'll be a pro. All TFNN subscriptions, books, software, and courses are available at TFNN.com. And I'm even going to tell you how to get them for less. Use TFNN's Tiger Dollars and you'll get up to a 20% bonus on your purchase. And once you apply them to your account, Tiger Dollars are automatically used for all future or recurring charges. Tiger Dollars also never expire, are fully transferable, and are a great way to add savings to your newsletters or services. Become the investor you were born to be at TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartleys, ABCs, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
Sharpening your skills as an investor is like getting better at playing a musical instrument. You have to practice, sure, but you also need excellent instruction from experts. At TFNN, you'll get advice and guidance from the authority in technical market analysis. And it's not just dry, tedious text either. TFNN airs live financial content streamed live on TFNN.com and TFNN's YouTube channel with Tiger TV, live every market day from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern. For free. Each host is an experienced trader and gives their take on the market while taking calls and questions live from around the world. From the moment the market opens until the closing bell sounds, Tiger TV has 8 different shows with expert hosts to help you make the right moves with your money. Watch online at TFNN.com or on TFNN's YouTube channel and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
This segment is brought to you by Thinkorswim. For more information, just click the Thinkorswim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
All right, folks, welcome back. We got the S&Ps right now. You're down about 45 points. That's a drop about 1.1% right now. NASDAQ 100 off about 1.7%. You have the Dow off 0.8%, jumping around. We'll see how Microsoft does on the open right now. 30 seconds into the open, you're down about 3%. That's a $7 move, $7.28. And that's after being higher, though. Pretty dramatic numbers to the upside. But, boy, talking about slowing growth. As I mentioned, Amazon. Oof, that's a tough one. Off 3.8%. Cloud, AWS, man. If Microsoft is seeing it, Amazon's going to be seeing it for sure. You watching your tablet? Yeah, so we made it to the break. He's watching a little bit of Thomas the Train, right? Are you watching Thomas? Tell him. Is that Thomas? Did you play with your dinosaurs? What's that? Is it Thomas the Train? Oh, there he is. Chugga, chugga, chugga. He loves trains, folks. He loves cars. He loves dinosaurs. You like Mickey Mouse too? So think about, right? And we're sidebarring here today. Think about, and Netflix and Disney are completely different companies, but the one thing that is interesting is the merchandising that Disney has on all their characters, like for instance, Cars, Mater, all this type of stuff. Netflix is way behind on that part of things. And then you got the parks and things, so it's a different company, to say the least, but it is interesting when you compare those two. You compare Disney Plus to Netflix, and you compare the amount of characters that Disney has that are generational, that can be merchandised, etc. Things always change, okay? But that type of value in comparison, man, it'll be interesting to see over the next 5 to 10 years how the value of those two companies progress. The value of the market right now progressing to the downside as we got the NASDAQ now dropping about 1.9%. Yeah, let's see how. Microsoft, MSFT. Let me get the Dino truck out of the way. Yeah, off about 3.4% at this point. Just mentioned Google off 2.3%. Apple's off a solid 2%. They're dropping. Yeah, these were worrisome numbers, man. Tommy, what do you think? Is the cloud slowing? Is it slowing? I think it might be, huh? I think it might be. So the number again, folks, on those Microsofts that stuck out at me. In the full December quarter, from revenue from Azure and other cloud services rose 42%. But in December, growth was in the mid-30s, and she forecasts a further slowdown of 4 to 5 percentage points in the quarter. So you saw a drop from 42 over the entire quarter, okay? And check this out. So in the full December quarter, revenue was up 42%, but in December it was in the mid-35s. Well, what does that mean that it was in October and November? That means it was above 42, because you have to average out the 3 months to get to 42, and December's number was at 35. So that means that October and November were probably at like 45% growth or something like that, right? You drop to 35 and you're going to be down to about 30 by the current quarter. Just a dramatic slowdown in almost difficult to overstate percentage-wise the growth factor of that type of slowdown, which is why this could be a little bit of a dicey day. The slowdown that started in December should also carry through the Q3 results for Windows commercial products and cloud services. That includes Windows volume licenses for business. Her forecast included flat revenue for Windows commercial products and cloud services compared with a decline of 3% in the fiscal second quarter. Nonetheless, tough numbers, and then you add on top of it that you had a global cloud outage that impacted products like Teams and Outlook. I mean, we use Outlook, folks, all right? I didn't notice any myself early this morning, but we do use Outlook 365. And yeah, not what you want to sprinkle on top of that type of a forecast. Jumping back to Boeing, quarterly loss as labor and supply strains overshadowed. It's Blippi. Another one of his fans that he likes in terms of on here, not that bad for education. Blippi, Blippi, kids program. He likes Blippi. He likes Little Angels. He likes Coco Melon. You like Coco Melon? Little Angels, Blippi. Oh, you hear me. Oh, what are we talking about? We talking about your shows? He likes Thomas and Friends. Huh? Tommy, who's that? Is that you on the TV? Who's that? Is that you and Mater? Is that you and Mater? Oh, what are you doing? Yeah. You can see the deep thought, which is amazing, folks. Jumping back to Boeing. So Boeing, they're off, I think, about 1.75% last time. Yeah, 1.4%. They catch a little bit of a bid on the open. Not bad. You're only off 1.4%, and that's with the market right now that's down about 1.4%. So Boeing just down with the market after some tough numbers. You see the drop-off on Boeing, 214 to 201 last night, and you're trading right now at about 209 for Boeing shares. Let's see what else. What else do we have pulled up here? Yeah, this one was interesting in terms of Google. So Google in the press recently, I think it was 12,000 employees. Yes, 12,000 employees. They cut 6% of their workforce. And, to each of these people, man, that is their life, okay? So you're talking about 27 people that had a great job at Google. Probably didn't think that would be something that they'd be losing at any time. And nonetheless, they're a massage therapist and they're out. On the flip side of that, if you are cutting costs to any degree, having a team of dozens and dozens of massage therapists seems like one of the perks that they're willing to cut out there. And yeah, it's a lot bigger than that when you're talking about 12,000 people. 1,800 of the employees in California, 100 were from the company's YouTube campus in San Bruno, which is south of San Francisco. But nonetheless, you can see, and tech stocks notorious over the last 10 or 15 years, with just having a euphoric work experience, almost spa-like, right, in terms of the perks that come with it. And yeah, that's going to change a little bit, I imagine, especially when you see that type of growth from Microsoft. Yeah, we talked Microsoft. We talked. This one's interesting. You know what? We're gonna save this one for our man Teddy Kegstat next segment. But boy, check that out, man. Bank of Japan. They own more than 100% of some of the debt as bonds go round and round, meaning basically that they're buying it and then selling it and buying it again on some of the treasuries. How the central bank can own more than 100% of a bond is down to double counting. They lend out the securities to alleviate it, but some of them get sold back to the central bank. So they buy them, they loan them out, and they buy them again, even more so. And eventually that's going to have to change. So we'll talk with some yen with our man Teddy. And, this one's an interesting one to talk about, man. So it's the richest man in India, I believe, right? The Adani Group. They're trading lower today after Hindenburg Research that is a shorter. They are a equity that is a short seller, okay? But they're shorting the conglomerate stock owned by Asia's richest man of brazen market manipulation and accounting fraud. Now, listen, here's where this gets interesting is that they are biased, right? I mean, it's pretty cool that you come in as a short seller, you put out a report, and it basically is a self-fulfilling prophecy that it goes down. It'll be interesting to see what the market figures out here. But you're talking about a 2-year investigation they're talking about, and they're talking about basically a shell game, a web of family-controlled offshore shell entities in tax havens from the Caribbean to, how do you pronounce that one? Mauritius? And United Arab Emirates facilitate corruption, money laundering, taxpayer theft, and siphoning money from the group's listed companies. And of course they're coming back with it. But boy, richest man in Asia, he might have a few games going on. Look at Boeing, man. Can't hold Boeing down. Boeing down only 0.9%, basically outperforming the markets right now. Microsoft shares down 3.7. You see Microsoft, Tommy? Oh boy. We're going to be coming back talking to our man Teddy Kegstat, folks. We'll be talking some Forex. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
You might think that if you want to be successful at trading in the stock market, you're going to need a crystal ball. After all, it's impossible to predict the future, right? Like any endeavor in life, before you decide it's impossible, get some advice from the experts. You might find that it's not so impossible after all. For daily market overviews that give you direction on the key indices, selective stocks, and commodities, subscribe to the Opening Call newsletter at TFNN.com. The Opening Call newsletter is written by Basil Chapman, creator of the trading methodology known as the Chapman Wave. The Chapman Wave up-down sequence gives you an edge in identifying price turns, finding the peaks and valleys in stock prices. Get the Opening Call newsletter by Basil Chapman in your inbox every day. First-time subscribers also get a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you're not satisfied, let us know, and you'll get a full refund within 30 days of signing up. TFNN.com, educating investors.
The technology around us is changing every day. With so much happening, it can seem impossible to keep up with all the information. David White's investment newsletter, The Technology Insider, is designed to give you all the information you need to understand the technology that shapes today's markets and tomorrow's future. David White has made his living staying on the cutting edge of technology. His weekly newsletter will give you specific recommendations for value tech stocks, as well as entry prices, target prices, and stops to set for each trade. Dave delivers his weekly newsletters every Friday with updates throughout the week. You can get the Technology Insider at TFNN.com for only $37.50. Sign up for David's newsletter, The Technology Insider, and get an inside look at everything the technology sector has to offer. Try it risk-free today with our 30-day money-back guarantee. TFNN, educating investors.
Will the S&P 500 continue to climb? For bold trades on U.S. large-cap stocks in either direction, trade SPXL, SPUU, or SPXS. Directions Daily S&P 500 Bull and Bear Leveraged ETFs. Direction leveraged ETFs. An investor should carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risks, charges, and expenses before investing. A fund's prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a fund's prospectus and summary prospectus, call 866-476-7523 or visit directioninvestments.com. A fund's prospectus and summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
This program is brought to you by Vista Gold, traded on the NYSE American and TSX under the symbol VGZ.
Welcome back, folks. We got the S&Ps down about 41 points. Tommy, you see the red? We got red on the board? Red?
No.
No? What do we got? Stocks going lower? What are we doing? Oh. Folks, let's jump over to our man Teddy Kegstad. You can read Teddy's outstanding Tiger Forex report every Monday. He comes out with that report. He has updates that follow throughout the week. You can check it out on the front page of TFNN, folks, the Tiger Forex report. And let's just jump right into it. Teddy Kegstad, good morning.
Good morning, Tommy, and good morning, little Tommy.
You say hi? You say hi to Teddy?
I get bigger. I get bigger.
Oh. He's watching some truck videos, Teddy. He's deep in it right now. So we'll just talk some Forex, but there he goes. You see? Look it. There's you are. And wait, you say hi to Teddy? You say hi? Yeah. So Teddy, where do you want to start things off, man?
Well, we can say the dollar is kind of a mixed bag of goods this week. So right now it's actually under pressure and over since probably the last 10 minutes or so. But it's really a mixed bag of goods. You know, I mean, you have the Australian dollar making new highs on the day and on the week, but then you have the New Zealand dollar that looks like it wants to sell off. You know, so the Japanese yen is kind of going sideways right now. The euro, I would say, is pretty much the only one that's showing some strength or trying to buffer its highs and maybe try and break out to the upside. And I think a lot of that has to do because the ECB is expected to do at least a 0.5 point raise now over the next two meetings. So considering that there's already a 0.5 point figured in for our Fed over the next 2 to 3 meetings, I think that that's probably where you're seeing a little strength in the euro-US dollar right now.
If we could jump to the yen, I was reading earlier, I had an article pulled up, and let me see if I can find it, but it was talking about, from Bloomberg, that the Bank of Japan even owns more than 100% of some of the debt as bonds go round and round. And they're talking about here, that eventually, and we've talked about it in terms of a new governor coming in there, but pretty interesting when you look at it, Teddy, that they're even talking about that basically they own more than 100%, right? They buy it, they lend it out, and they buy it back again. They're such a buyer in that market. Where, I guess, and when do you see that yen potentially changing? Because I got it up here. We're bumping up maybe against the upper boundary of a potential channel, but quite a pullback from the highs we've had recently in the yen. Yeah,
yeah. I would say that you're going to probably see most action in the yen probably after April, going into May. So we have to get the transition for the new Bank of Japan chairman. Once he's in place, I think that you're going to see that the biggest thing is that we know that the policy of the Ministry of Finance and the BOJ is starting to change, which is something that it hasn't done in a very, very long time. So once we have this turnover of leadership, which will happen in April, I think you'll start to see it impact the markets come May and June for sure when it comes to the yen and yen crosses. So, and meaning probably a little bit of yen strength as well, So, and I would see that long term right now that the U.S. dollar yen and the yen versus other pairs is going to start to become very bullish for the Japanese yen. Now, this is relative to how it's been behaving for the past year and a half. You got to realize that we're in a very big trend where the yen has gotten beaten up for a very long time. So for us to bounce the way we're doing right now, it's a nice correction. And I think what it's going to do is we'll see how this turnover happens in the spring, and we'll see if we're going to either base and start to kind of pull back, meaning yen strength, or is what they've been doing for decades going to come back to haunt them. The time will tell with that one. So, but I think it's going to be where you're going to see short-term yen strength once you get to the springtime period.
Boy, it would, one of the charts they have in this article on Bloomberg was just talking about, they have a chart of their securities lending on one, talking about trillions of yen, and the spike recently in the last basically 4 years is off the charts. And then they talk about the government bond and purchases. And, same deal over the last 3 or 4 years, man, compared to, I think they have it starting at about 2005 or something like that. Nothing like it in terms of what they've been doing for government bond purchases. And the securities lending is up to over 8 trillion yen, which just dwarfs anything on that chart.
Sure.
And then you look at where their 10-year, what's their 10-year right now? Barely over 0 or something like that, the yield on the Japanese 10-year. So it would make sense, I guess.
Right.
What about crude when we go from there? Crude, obviously, on the minds of many, sitting at about $80. But what's your take on this crude market, up from the lows recently?
Well, I think that last week's high is going to get challenged again. And if we break out above that, I can see us going every bit into the upper 88, 89 handle, pushing 90 over the next couple of weeks. So I'm bullish on crude right now. I think that we're making higher move highs, higher move lows. We've had a little pullback over the last couple of days, but I think this is just another buying opportunity right now for crude. So long term.
Nice. And can you tell those listening, Teddy, because I know you've walked through it before, but when they sign up for the Tiger Forex report, they get an archive of the webinar you did for your subscribers, Forex Strategies and Fundamentals, what is behind the Tiger Forex report newsletter. About a 60-minute webinar, folks. You sign up, you get Teddy's service for the month, you pay $97, you gain access to the 60-minute webinar. And if you don't like it, it's not something you're using, maybe you're just not trading what's going on out there, you cancel it, you get your money back. Can you walk those listening today just kind of what you walked your subscribers through in that 60 minutes for that webinar for subscribers?
Oh, sure. Well, I break down basically how I approach the Tiger Forex report every week. So I look at the dollar index, I look at the interest rates, and I look at crude because they're all factors in various of foreign currency pairs, depending on, like, for instance, crude impacts the yen. Interest rates impact all of the currency pairs, and then the dollar index, as a guide, like there's times where like it's really driving the trend, and then there's times where we're in right now where I've been talking about where we have this divergence of currencies. So every week I start with the beginning with those markets and where those are the core fundamentals, and then we move on to each individual pair, whether it's the euro US dollar or the pound dollar, and then I break down the analysis for those markets and how those variables should be impacting them, especially when it comes to breakouts and trend levels, where if you have the like, for instance, if the interest rate, if yields start to rise really dramatically over the course of the week, it should be typically bullish for the U.S. dollar, or at least constrict any type of lower trading bias for the U.S. dollar. And I incorporate those kinds of fundamentals into the report.
That's awesome, and it's so cool because, I've learned so much from you over the years, man, and right now it feels like at least Forex and tied in with yields like you're talking about, and the central banks are just, all on some type of a hiking cycle, or maybe going to get there like the Bank of Japan eventually. It's just also intermingled right now, and they're all so related. So it's just so cool how all that stuff happens, and what you've taught me and the listeners out there of those relationships. You talk about crude, you talk about, the dollar, the yen, how that all works. Folks, check it out on the front page of TFNN under newsletters. Teddy, we appreciate it, man. You going to say goodbye to Teddy? You going to say goodbye? You say bye? Say bye, Teddy. You say bye? Say bye. He's looking. There he is.
Bye,
you got a little wave. All right, Teddy,
time.
I appreciate it, man. We'll talk to you next Wednesday, okay?
All right, I'm going to go shovel snow now.
Oh, stay warm, man. I saw that in Chicago. I always pull it up. The feels like is always wild there with that wind, man. Stay warm, okay?
Thanks. Take care.
Okay, man. Folks, check it out. As I've learned so much from Teddy over the years, and right now it feels like yields, currencies, the dollar, right? Dollar strength, dollar weakness. I mean, it's all so related in terms of how our equities are moving right now. We got the euro right now at 101.70. And yeah, we'll finish it up. We got the dollar index right now trading at a price point. No, that was 101.70. That's the dollar, yeah. And the euro, well off that price point, right? Where are we at in the euro at this point? Come on, one more time. We'll pull it up when we get back from the break, folks. Euro, yeah, 109. We're pushing on the euro. Stay tuned. One more segment. Tell them we'll be right back.
TFNN has just launched their new trading room, the Tiger's Den. Hosted at Discord, TFNN has been educating traders for more than 20 years with live programming hosted by a variety of professional traders during market hours. And now they are expanding their reach with the Tiger's Den, available to all tigers and tigresses for just $1 for the year. There's no catch or added costs when you join our community of traders. In the Tiger's Den, you can look over the shoulders of Tom O'Brien and the other TFNN hosts while they analyze charts during their live Tiger TV programs, and join an interactive trading community with hundreds of members exchanging ideas. Interact with other tigers and tigresses as they share trading ideas, news analysis, and discuss the market action all trading day, even at night and on the weekends. The Tiger's Den at Discord is accessible on mobile or tablets as well, so it's always at your reach. To sign up today and become a part of this educational community of traders, just visit the front page of TFNN.com.
You might think that if you want to be successful at trading in the stock market, you're going to need a crystal ball. After all, it's impossible to predict the future, right? Like any endeavor in life, before you decide it's impossible, get some advice from the experts. You might find that it's not so impossible after all. For daily market overviews that give you direction on the key indices, selective stocks, and commodities, subscribe to the Opening Call newsletter at TFNN.com. The Opening Call newsletter is written by Basil Chapman, creator of the trading methodology known as the Chapman Wave. The Chapman Wave up-down sequence gives you an edge in identifying price turns, finding the peaks and valleys in stock prices. Get the Opening Call newsletter by Basil Chapman in your inbox every day. First-time subscribers also get a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you're not satisfied, let us know, and you'll get a full refund within 30 days of signing up. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Everything in the universe is governed by the Fibonacci sequence. This mathematical principle is responsible for everything from the most aesthetically pleasing artwork to patterns in the stock market. To stay on top of stock patterns you can take advantage of, sign up for the Fibonacci 24/7 newsletter at TFNN.com. When you subscribe, you'll get a weekly report from veteran day trader Larry Pesavento on stocks you need to pay attention to. And you can trust Larry's analysis. After all, he's got 45 years experience as a day trader. Larry will also provide daily charts, videos, and data on the key markets that he's tracking. Expect notifications from Larry on market movement you need to act on at any time. First-time subscribers also get a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you're not satisfied, let us know and you'll get a full refund within 30 days of signing up. Subscribe to the Fibonacci 24/7 newsletter today. TFNN.com, educating investors.
This segment is brought to you by Thinkorswim. For more information, just click the Thinkorswim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Okay, welcome back, folks. We got markets, man. We're dropping. S&P's off 56 points right now. That's 1.4%. NASDAQ 100 off 2.2%. You want to show them the monkey? What's the monkey say, Tommy? No, you want your tablet? Ostrich? We got signs. Do you remember these folks when you were a kid? There's something to say. Can you imagine? They never get old, these types of... What do you want? You want to hit a hippo? Tell them. You want to hit a hippo?
Come here.
Come here. Okay, we're done, buddy. You did such a good job. Did you say you did a good job? You watching some Blippi? You ready? Okay, we're ready to go, folks. Do we have a fun hour? Are you going to say goodbye to everybody? Well, folks, we'll finish it up with, let's see how Microsoft. Tommy, how's Microsoft? Not a good day for Microsoft, down 4%. Not a good day to be in cloud. Amazon dropping off 4%. Oh, is that a yawn? Are you ready for a nap? Google off 2.65. Now, after the close today, Tesla off 3.5% already. IBM shares, they're after the bell as well. They're off 1.2% coming into that number. Lam Research, LRCX, off with their numbers after the bell today. What else do we get? Oh, and tomorrow, Intel, you tell them. Intel? Do we get Intel earnings? Intel earnings? You told them. That's right, you tell them. Who's that? Is that you, Tommy O'Brien? Are you on the show? Did you tell them we got Intel earnings? Oh, what about Tesla? He's ready, folks. He's ready. Okay, you're going to say thank you to everybody? You're going to show them your dino truck before we go? Oh, the dino truck. Oh, you show them? Look at those dinosaurs. Oh, did you shut it? Oh, you going to open it? Oh. It's the little things in life, folks. You got to love it, that little smile. Oh, where'd he go? Oh, there they are. Oh, where'd he go? Oh. Oh. Folks, thanks so much for tuning in, starting your day. All right, say bye, everybody. Bye. Bye. You say bye. Bye, everybody. Thanks so much, folks. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a great Wednesday. Stay tuned. We got Basil Chapman. He did his show at 8 o'clock. It's coming up right now. Live programming after that, folks. We got, of course, our man Steve Rhodes at 11. Fast Market at 12. You heard it. They're talking Boeing. They're talking Lam Research. They're talking Tesla. Larry Pesavento, Dave White, Tom O'Brien, my dad this afternoon. Have a great one, everybody. Yay!